asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Dog is
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Bucs and the Cowboys, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And now...
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
They begin with a run by Davis. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. This defense for the Cowboys very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So who saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet? Probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers for him from a week ago. 11 carries, 103 in the yardage department.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw here. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Broken tackle. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, and maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And to give this time to the tailback. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be out right at the 35.
We got this.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now back to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
They'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the outside. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 44. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some spacing, some different ways here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He didn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fielded right around the 8. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. Second and 3. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
Back to throw again. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. It's a foot race. The 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Now the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Let's go.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A first down carry for Davis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 19-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Looking to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll go underneath with it. That's complete to his running back. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Now a 2nd down and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Dallas, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.